University admissions. Let's be honest, it's a high-stakes world of numbers, deadlines, and just a massive mountain of paperwork. But what if there was a way to make it all smarter, faster, and way more personal? Well, today, we're diving into how AI is becoming this absolutely essential tool for admissions teams. So if you've ever found yourself staring at a huge pile of applications wondering, where do I even start, you are in exactly the right place.
I want you to picture this. Or, hey, maybe you don't have to. It's the absolute peak of application season. You've gotten 500 applications in just 1 week. The paperwork is literally piling up, those deadlines are getting closer and closer, and the pressure is on. It's a feeling a lot of you probably know way too well. So how on earth you manage all that?
Well, that's exactly where AI comes into the picture. And I want you to think of it less as some kind of complicated, scary technology and more like a life raft, you know? Something that's built to help you navigate that flood of work so you can do it efficiently and, more importantly, effectively.
But what is AI really when we're talking about a university? Let's pull back the curtain a little bit, demystify the term, and see how it really just acts as a super powerful new assistant for your team.
At its very heart, AI is really just about teaching computers to do things that, normally need a person. Things like understanding a question, spotting trends in a huge sea of data, or even making a pretty good guess about what's likely to happen next. It's so much less about sci-fi robots and way more about being a practical, problem-solving partner. So how does it actually learn? Well, the secret sauce is your data. AI systems are built to comb through massive amounts of your historical admissions info to find these little hidden patterns that you can then use to make some surprisingly accurate predictions.
Okay, let's make this real with an example. Predicting who's going to enroll. It's a pretty simple 4-step deal. First, you feed the AI all your past student data, GPA, test scores, campus visit info, all that stuff. Step 2, you label every single one of those old records as either enrolled or nope, didn't enroll. Then, step 3, the AI does its thing. It analyzes all of it to find connections. It might learn that, hey, students who visit campus are way more likely to enroll. And finally, with those patterns in hand, the AI can look at a brand new applicant and predict just how likely they are to enroll.
All right, so now that we get the how, let's talk about the what. And first up is recruitment. This is where AI really helps you shift from sending those generic mass emails to actually making real, personal connections with potential students. And just look at the difference. Seriously. On the left, you've got that generic, kind of cold email we've all gotten a million times. But on the right, that's the power of AI. It's specific, it's helpful, it's personal. It knows what Jordan was looking at on the website and offers a perfect, easy next step. I mean, which one do you think is going to get a reply? It's a total game changer for engagement.
And this whole personal touch thing, it's not just for email. AI can also whip up some really engaging text messages that get people to take action right away. An invitation like this could be the perfect little nudge a student needs to finally sign up for that open house, turning them from just being interested to being actively engaged.
Okay, so next up, operations. This is where we get back to that 500 applications in 7 days problem we started with. AI can bring a really powerful sense of order to the absolute chaos of processing applications.
So here's how that actually works. Instead of a person having to open every single file one by one, an AI can do that first pass, that initial triage. In just seconds, it can sort hundreds of applications into really clear piles. Complete, ready to go, hey, this one's missing documents, or this one needs a human to take a closer look. This immediately lets your team put their valuable time where it's actually needed most.
And it's not just sorting. AI can also route applications intelligently. It can see an applicant with a great GPA who's into STEM and automatically send them to a STEM faculty reviewer. Or it can see an international transfer application and send it straight to the right team. Think of all the hours of manual administrative work that just disappears.
So we've seen how AI helps with outreach and the day-to-day operations. But where it gets really powerful is in helping you make smarter strategic decisions that are actually backed by data, moving you beyond just relying on your gut feelings.
And a huge piece of this puzzle is just understanding what data actually matters. AI is fantastic at cutting through all the noise. It can pinpoint the really strong predictors of enrollment, like whether someone completed their FAFSA or visited campus, while also learning to completely ignore the irrelevant stuff, like a student's favorite movie.
And it doesn't give you vague ideas. It gives you concrete numbers. For example, after crunching your data, an AI might tell you something like this. Students who physically visit campus have a 70% likelihood of enrolling. Just think about that for a second. That one powerful insight can directly shape your recruitment strategy, where your travel budget goes, and how your team invests its time.
Now, of course, with all this great power comes great responsibility. Using AI the right way, ethically, isn't just a nice idea. It is absolutely essential. So let's talk about the guardrails you need to have in place.
All right, rule number 1, and this is the big one. It's completely non-negotiable. Student data privacy. You absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, feed sensitive student data into an AI system that isn't fully compliant with regulations like FERPA. Security and privacy have to be your top priority, period.
Next, it is so critical to keep a human in the loop. Letting an AI automatically deny a student isn't just a bad idea, it's unethical. The right way to use this technology is as a supportive tool. So the AI can suggest, hey, this group is a high priority for outreach, but the final critical decisions must always be made by a person.
And finally, transparency is everything when it comes to building trust. If you're using an AI chatbot on your website to answer questions, it needs to be totally upfront about what it is. A simple, "Hi, I'm an AI assistant," makes all the difference in the world.
So, when you put it all together, AI is really more than just a piece of software. It's an assistant that handles all those repetitive, time-sucking tasks, which frees you and your team up to focus on what people do best: building relationships, mentoring students, and making those really thoughtful, strategic decisions. Which kind of leaves us with one final and pretty exciting question to think about. What will you do with all that time you get back?